All right, so I'm live. I had tried going live earlier, but I wanted to do it unlisted, and that doesn't really send out notifications, it seems. So that's just gonna be how it is, I suppose. But and drink some of my wine that I didn't drink yesterday, and have mixed berry seltzer water, kind of like balance out drinking alcohol. It's got a lot of condensation on it because it's very warm here. So hopefully people show up. If not, I can just ramble to myself. That's fine. I do it all the time when I'm alone. I just talk to myself, talk to my ferrets, talk to them like they're toddlers and can understand me. Because part of me believes it stimulates their connections, even though they're never going to speak English, or speak any human language, I suppose. But okay, one person was in here. Show yourself. Come back. It says that people can only comment their subscribers, and it gave like different wait times, like within this amount of time they became a subscriber, and it's defaulted to like 5 minutes or something, even though I think it's kind of like I should maybe customize that because it's a little weird if someone just like subscribes only to comment and then like unsubs or something, because I think that may have happened yesterday. But someone was checking in on me. Come back. Let's see if this will work to share on Patreon. The only thing is with that is my Patreon is under a different Google account. I'll try this again. Yeah, it only seems to want an unlisted live stream. So if I put in one that's technically listed, it's like, I'll be damned if I do and damned if I don't, because the reason it's not unlisted is so it would actually send out a notification to people, because it didn't send out a notification to me on my other account when this when I went live earlier unlisted, but at the same time it won't work for Patreon if I share that link there. If I don't, but also like people might not see a community post where I say, here's my link, but people aren't in here anyway. So Mm. I don't know. I'll just give it a try and see if it. Hopefully, it doesn't blow up in my face. Oh, damn it. It keeps wanting to say. You're premiering tomorrow. No, I'm premiering right now. There we go. Eh. Yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. Hello, one person in here. Someone in here? Maybe? Saying hi to me? So, a suggestion last night of something I could watch on stream was Cool Cat Saves the Kids. And I did find out that that is free to watch on Tubi, which is a free app. And I was thinking I could actually share screen and just like actually watch it on stream instead of like what I was trying to do yesterday. Which I think works, but you need kind of more participants for that to really make sense. Um, at the same time, I don't want Daddy Derek to smite me because he seems to have a notorious reputation for trying to copyright claim people even when they use fair use. And streaming a whole movie, I could see maybe not even falling into that. But if I jump back and forth and it's not always on screen, but I'm commenting on things and I figure out a way, it could work. Uh. Well, I will keep drinking my wine and it will bother me less than I'm just talking to myself. Yummy. I'll just type stuff in the community tab. I went live 7+ minutes. Live 10 ago. Okay. Oh, three watching. Woo. Hello. This just jumps around so much. Hello to whoever may be witnessing me. Congrats on 100 plus subscribers. Thank you, the lovely possum. Thank you so much. Um, just sub to the Patreon. Oh, wow, really? Were you the person that I noticed joined earlier? Like one of my page? I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, I saw you earlier. Thanks for. But still, I still appreciate whether you're doing the free trial or even just free membership. It's all cool. Um, Hopefully, I can start putting out more cool stuff on Patreon to actually entice people to want to stay. Um, but I appreciate even my like free trial or just free members anyway, because it's more people to interact with and at least are showing some interest. How's the night going? The night's going okay so far. I've kind of just had a day of getting stuff done. Like earlier, I recorded a Fallout reaction. Um, and other than that, it's been kind of one of those boring, like, I got to clean up around my apartment type days. But I'm hoping for this to be a fun night of streaming again. How's your night going? Because if you stay and have some fun with me, might watch some. We could either watch some good stuff or we could watch some hilariously bad stuff together. Not bad. It's just on YouTube after work. And so you should. Oh, nice. I think a lot of people are getting off of work right now. That's kind of like I had thought about doing it earlier in the day, like around 3, but honestly, I think a lot of people are at work or busy, so later in the evenings, a good time to do it. But yeah, last night, during my first part of this 100 plus stream, um, how far are you into Fallout 2? Like I'm a few videos behind your reaction. So I just reacted today to the 7th episode, so the second to last one. So I have one more. Yeah, because yesterday was the day that technically won the poll. However, there was one person on YouTube who voted for Tuesday. And then also someone on Patreon also voted for Tuesday. So I was like, I don't have work either day, so I might as well just try and stream for both days. Especially since yesterday I was still kind of figuring things out on here. It was my first stream ever, so even though I guess it's pretty basic on YouTube Live, I'm still kind of I didn't know all the settings and was learning. Um, One of the suggestions last night, because I was like, oh, we could watch something on stream. Maybe we can just sync stuff up and I'll say hit play at this time and we'll all watch, but I can't stream it. I might try to share screen tonight and maybe bounce back and forth between sharing and not sharing just because I want to be careful. But last night, when I was like suggesting stuff, my friend, who's also a subscriber, had suggested some TV shows we could watch, and they were kind of like looking at good stuff. And this one person came in and they were suggesting like all these wacky things. And I was like, watching wacky stuff can be fun if you have someone who's willing to endure wildly bad stuff. And I was considering doing that tonight for the hell of it. Both those ideas sound fun. Good. Yeah. The suggestion last night was the first one. I think it was a woman. I'm not sure. The name was Kiki. Suggested watching Super Capers. So I did that, but I think only my friend and I were the ones watching it. And then I was jumping between watching it off screen and then reading the chat. But her next suggestion after that was Cool Cat Saves the Kids, which is a notoriously hilariously bad film. And I was thinking of watching that tonight, and it's free on Tubi. Um, so we can do that together. And I just looked up Super Capers because I had never heard of it either. Yeah. And that was a movie that came out in like 2009, and that just was never on my radar. 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I know. This person was clearly a fan of it, and they said that the critics did it dirty. I would say that it's very silly, and it might not be for everyone as far as like the humor and overall story. But I didn't think it was 6% bad. Like, I could see it being like maybe on the rotten scale, but 6% seemed like a little too over the top hated to me. Usually anything in the single digits or down to 0, I'm like, "Really? Is it that bad?" And sometimes, on rare occasion, it is, like I can understand something like the Garbage Pail Kids having a 0%. Also, it's very hot in my neck of the woods still, so I might be turning up the fan in here, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud, but ugh. I feel like lots of movies before 2010 would get more bad reviews than they deserve, especially in their comedies. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Comedies can be so because comedy is so subjective. That's usually why it's going to be very hit or miss as far as like how critics see it. Um, Especially maybe snobbier critics. Um, it's like a heat wave over here. Yeah, yeah. I think where I am, it's like it's gonna be gosh, like the 80s and the 90s all week is what I heard, and the weather's telling us. So I'm like, I don't need to go outside today. Yeah. People act like as I live in the Northwest, and people like to act like it never gets hot here. You never have sunshine. It's always only raining. No, like we have heat waves and they suck. Like I like spring and going out for a nice walk in the warm weather, but once it reaches the point where you walk outside and you can feel the sweat on your scalp, I don't need it. Yeah. So I think I might start watching that movie. I'm gonna try and. Oh, are you planning on new shows for the channel? I'm thinking, yeah, there's a few that I have planned. So this is the 100 subscriber stream. I could just say what I'm doing. So after Fallout, I'm gonna have like a break of like a little in between show um, while I'm working on stuff for the rest of the summer and still trying to fill in the space that Fallout will leave. And I was thinking for a little bit, because it's a short series, I would react to Poker Face because I really wanted to see that and I haven't seen it yet. And then the replacement after that would be The Leftovers. Because I have gotten that suggestion before and looking into it, it seemed like something that would be doable and good for this channel. Haven't finished it, but Poker Face is great. Yeah, I've heard great things about it. And my friend actually gave me the DVD of the first season of Poker Face for Christmas, and it's a good excuse to watch it. The second show I said was The Leftovers. I think that that's going to be my replacement after I'm done with Poker Face and finish Fallout. Oh, that strike your interest? Yay! Yeah. Yeah, I looked into it and I was like, this seems like a good series, without spoiling myself, of course, but it seems like a good series, something that's in my wheelhouse and I'll be interested in. One of my favorite HBO shows. Yeah, it's one of those shows that I've heard people like just adore in its time, and I never really like even knew what it was about. I would hear Leftovers, and it would just make me think of like leftover food, and I didn't necessarily know what to think because I hadn't heard exactly what it was about at the time. But I just remember so many people I know from all sorts of fandoms always like coming together on The Leftovers. Okay. Yeah. Also who runs it kind of makes sense as to why certain people I know watched The Leftovers because somebody I know who was a big fan of The Leftovers, like one of their favorite shows ever is Lost. And they kind of liked to follow the work of the people involved with it afterwards because they're like, well, they made this thing I love, so I gotta at least give like these other things they do a chance. Didn't Damon Lindelof also do was it Watchmen for HBO? He's a big Lost fan. Suggested Leftovers to me. Yeah, yeah, yep. The Watchmen show. I didn't really know much about the Watchmen show until a couple years ago when I finally had finished my undergrad during pandemic time. I took an English class that was upper division on graphic novels, and one of the ones we had to read was Watchmen. And then we were also told to watch the movie. And I think in the pilot episode of the TV series as well, which is hella underrated. Yeah. Um, Another show that I've heard good things about, but at the same time, I think certain people will be divided about like changes that got made. And I'm like, well, you already have like different versions can have different deviations. So I'm sure it's great. I do remember back when Target was carrying like a full wall of DVDs and not just like a little half section. Um, Seeing like the Watchmen DVD and being like, should I get it? Shouldn't I? And I missed the opportunity if I were to get it. Oh, okay. Yeah. If I am to watch it at some point, I will I'll probably see it because there's so many like pandemic stuff that I'm like, ugh, this just feels so timely, even if it came a few years earlier. Hello, Day of the Dream. It's good to see you again, or see you in the chat again. I'm gonna turn my fan Way up. So hot. I'm so sweaty. How are you doing, Day of the Dream? Pretty good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I just have the lovely possum in here chatting with me. Um, and you now, which is good to see. Talking about shows on the channel. About to get my gaming on, but thought I'd pop in. I appreciate that. Even if you have other plans and things you're doing, I just appreciate someone coming in and saying hi to me. Is your AC not working well? We don't have an AC in my apartment, so it's all fans. The fish song, the fish song possum is really good. And AC/DC, both fish songs. Yeah, I'm an AC/DC fan. I was obsessed with it actually when I was 11, and I bonded with my dad over it for a bit, and then I was like, but I have other music interests too, and he's just like, no, just rock from the 70s. Sorry, random. You're okay. My room is the only in the house where AC doesn't work. Oh, that sucks. Oh, especially at night if you can't cool down and you have to like open windows and you still can't sleep. Ugh. So I've got two fans going. Yeah, that's sometimes what you gotta do. I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever heard that song before, or maybe I have, but I'm not sure if I'm like super familiar with the fish. But I do like that they spell it PHISH. So it's a phishing scam. um, I doubt it unless you grew up with hippies. No, I didn't grow up with hippies, but I it's weird. It's like with music, I love music and I know how to play music and all that, but I have the hardest time like put on the spot remembering certain lyrics to certain things or remembering band names. Like, and then as soon as I find out, I go, oh no, I know that. I play the alto saxophone. I played the clarinet for a little bit in middle school, so I wouldn't. I'd be very rusty if I picked it up, but I'm sure I could figure it out again. And I've been learning how to do piano/keyboard, and I know how to drum. I'd love to learn how to sing better. Is my thing. Like learning the voice as an instrument. Oh, nice. Well, well, well. Hello, Jorvik. Welcome to the chat with Day of the Dream again, and we have the lovely Possum here, who is very lovely. Singing content on Patreon incoming. I wouldn't want to make anyone pay for that. If I start taking lessons at some point, and I want to show my improvement for sure. I saw the play first few bars of the Smashing Pumpkins song, and it tickles me pink. Yes, you do, Jorvik, and you're very good at it. You're actually a very good singer. I've heard you. I can sing in one tone. It's not a pleasant one. Mm, I've been there. I feel like sometimes I'm okay, and then other times I'm just like so off the rails with whatever's coming out of my mouth, and it doesn't sound right. Um, then I sound good alone, but getting in front of people, my throat closes up. So, Jorvik, just to catch you up, I was talking with the definitely depends on the song. Well, every song I've heard you sing, you sounded good. Um, close that notification. Um, Auto tune shuts down and uninstalls itself in shame. Oh yeah, just like no, I can't fix this. And, mm. So Jorvik, as it's been going in the chat, Day of the Dream stopped in to say hi. They're about to get some gaming on, but they wanted to drop in and chat for a little bit. And the lovely possum has been here a while, but we were talking about. I'm actually going to try and share screen. Try and share screen. Um, and watch some of one of the other movies suggested last night. It's free on Tubi, and Tubi is a free app. Cool Cat Saves the Kids, which is notoriously bad. And I'll try and switch back and forth between sharing and not, maybe just so I don't get smited in some way. But actually watching that, and you guys, you don't have to have a timestamp or anything, but you can watch my pain if that's fun for you. I think it just might be funny in general. Um, oh hell yeah! I have to film my next platinum video for my image. Nice. You're really hustling with your content, if that's the right term. All right, I'm going to pull up Tubi. It's not going to be like to be continued. So let's see. Pause that. Put back on here. Celebrating 100 subs by watching your pain. I'm down. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. I'll share screen. Um, window. All right. So I'm sharing my Cool Cat Saves the Kids director's cut. So we're getting the premium true vision of Derek Savage here. Or share screen and play GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr. I couldn't. If this is too awful, I can play GeoGuessr. What is GeoGuessr exactly, Jorvik? I'm assuming it's an online game. I'm gonna splinter out after. Yeah, have a good time, Day of the Dream. Thanks for stopping in, and be careful with your splintering. Oh, are you getting any nosebleeds or something? It's crazy how good some people are at it. You know, I'm going to go and open a tab and see what that is as well. GeoGuessr. Let's explore the world. I'll have to create a login for this. I assume I'm not going to get viruses on my computer from playing it since people are telling me it's good. It shows you random pictures of random part of the world and you have to guess where it is. Yeah. I could let me see. So it does want a little bit of money out of me. Choose your preferred plan. Can I just do a free trial? I'd prefer that. So, you know, I'm gonna forget. Shows you in the picture. Well, I'm gonna see how long. It's definitely an option for the future. I think. I might. This is a maybe. I might also do another stream tomorrow night if I don't get home too late from a rehearsal. And if I do, I think I might play GeoGuessr. In fact, I'll make if I do a stream tomorrow night for at least a little bit, I will play GeoGuessr. And I've always thought I was good at geography, so hopefully I won't wildly embarrass myself. All right. Let's start this. Or play framed, it's the same thing, but with film. Oh, I might be pretty good at framed. Or I'll embarrass myself after boasting how good I am at recognizing films. Woo. Oh man, Tubi's not liking this. Damn it. Oh, is it showing it now? So are you guys seeing the cat dancing on screen, or is it a black screen for you? Okay. I just had to double check because it was coming up weird.
This is a special news report. We have terrible news. Bullies have been picking on children everywhere, and it is tragic. There has to be a way to stop the bullying.
Wait, what? Is it too low? Or is it too high? It's very faint. I have it at 100%, but let's see what it, on the. If I turn my fan off, does it sound any better?
Oh, hi, cool cat. What are you doing?
Hey, Daddy Derek, I'm just painting a picture. You can look if you want.
Oh, sure, I'll take a look. Wow, that's a cool picture.
Thanks. And now I'm going to practice my new rap song, Cool Cat Rap Master.
That sounds cool. Would you like me to do the mixing board for you?
That would be great. Let's go.
The door for you, son. Come on in there. Just have fun. Oh, wow. Hey, son, what you want to stand over there behind the microphone so we have a good time? There you go, buddy.
Yay!
All right. All right, cool cat. I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah, it might be.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, as long as like it can be heard and because honestly, this needs to really be properly heard in order to truly appreciate. I love that he redid the voice himself. Oh God. Oh, I think these musical interludes are going to go on a really long time. Good cinema can be watched on mute. If this could get made, surely my stuff could. Yeah, I think your stuff could. You just got to give those Indiegogo campaigns a shot and not rip people off the way this guy rips people off, like saying he was going to make certain Cool Cat films and then took the money and didn't.
Yay! Wow, that was great, cool cat.
Wow. I love to be creative.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it can take a really long time and you just gotta, I don't know. Yeah, Cool Cat has origins as a children's book character written by Daddy Derek himself. He I believe this event is based off of a book that he wrote. But Cool Cat has apparently a human father and a mother that's a cat. And he sounds like a grown man, but he's always hanging out with kids because he loves kids, as he'll say many times. He loves to recycle. There's a book called Cool Cat Loves Alternative Fuels, but Daddy Derek pronounced it alternative fuels. Yeah. If I have to know this, we all have to know this. Mm. And what with this director's cut, we get so many scenes that don't matter whatsoever, like this whole fucking motorcycle thing. Looks like it was filmed in Arizona. I think it may have been either Arizona or California, because we do get cameos from actual actors in this, who I think they agreed to do it for like beer money or something. I don't know. Where the third guy comes, I have no damn clue. People just appear and disappear in this film. because this film does have an appearance from Eric Estrada, who was in the show Chips, which, you know, there's a lot of motorcycle riding in that, and maybe it was an extra from there. I don't know. Woo. This adds so much. Really moves the story along. Okay, we're gonna finally get to the story of him saving the kids. Even though I guess he's a kid, or maybe he was just held back a lot. It's symbolic for how people ride in and out of our lives like a random motorcyclist. You know, see, that's why it's good to have other people here. You're catching things with an artistic eye that I am not. Hey, get it? Finishing touches? He's just touching it. Oh, great. We get a commercial break. I wish I had some alcohol for this. I'd share with you.
When anyone in this house wears white, it doesn't stay white for long. White to art class? That's risky.
And we get to watch some commercials that were better shot.
White to soccer? I'm not gonna slide tackle.
He's gonna slide tackle.
But now with Tide Oxy White, we can clean our white clothes without using bleach. Even worse on colors.
Wait, I have some.
I slide tackle.
You have some mead downstairs. Okay, Jorvik has some alcohol. If only we could share it with lovely Possum.
It's not always easy to deal with difficult emotions. And while quick fixes can seem less daunting than facing how you feel,
It's funny, it shows up whenever I hover over the Tubi app.
Increase feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression, which is why building healthy habits, like moving around, practicing gratitude, or connecting with others, are better for your mental health. And if you need it, help us out there.
Oh.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer. By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
Now, Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech. And
It's okay. Maybe being sober can help me analyze the deeper I can. Yeah, exactly. You need a clear brain.
See your Western Washington Hyundai dealer.
None of,
Attention, all schools. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters.
you either need a clear brain or you need to be like smoking something in order to expand your mind, but alcohol will just.
I'll get it. Thanks. And that's very nice of you.
Oh no.
Cool cats in the kitchen.
I know, we're making signs and they're awesome.
I know I saw.
Mm.
Great job. You guys have fun now.
Thanks, Mr. Derek. I will.
Okay, Marie.
Hi, Cool Cat. It's a beautiful day.
Hi, Maria. I love when it's pretty outside.
I'm in a work area with a blanket and some more science supplies.
Oh, we can make it
Also, not to criticize this child. I'm sure she's very lovely, but she does not speak very clearly all the time. So there's going to be a lot of. I'm out there. The workout supplies. I don't know quite what you said. Oh, and this poor kid has a speech impediment. The bully.
Here are our seats. And look at this beautiful open-air view that we have. To the south, you can see down our lovely street. And to the east, is this spectacular view.
good. Golly. With people like you on the team, how can it go wrong?
Thanks.
see to my corner office, and there's your corner office.
Right. Now let's make more friends in the neighborhood.
Awesome!
Not be able to understand the dialogue might be a good thing.
I think it's so cool. Bongo, Bongo.
Oh,
Serious video. Duck textures ugly.
because that's what bullies do. They cackle out loud.
Well, it's not good to open a text from a stranger, but I'm here, so see what it says. It could be good news, and I love to get good news.
Yeah, open up text messages from strangers. That's a good thing to say to a kid.
We can take a nice trip together.
That's a splendid idea. We can travel all over the world.
Yippee!
Yes, that's such a splendid idea.
You look sad.
Listen to what someone just texted me. You're ugly and your hair looks like rat hair. Why would somebody say that?
I don't know, but that's really, really mean. That person's just a big bully.
Or is someone just fucking with you?
What? Yeah. I love being a boy. So I'm gonna text
I
you.
love being a bully, because that's also what they say.
I just got a text from the same person. Should I open it?
You know, maybe they feel bad about the really mean text. And now they want to apologize.
Yeah, keep opening just text messages from numbers you don't know.
You're right, cool cat. And always look at the best in everything. I love you for that.
Thanks, Maria. And I love you too. I'm Cool Cat, and I love all kids.
Oh no, this text is I'm fat and ugly. Am I fat and ugly?
No, and that's terrible. You're very, very pretty.
And once again, I just punked her.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, this is Cool Cat.
Why did I call you cool cat? They should call you dumb cat.
Who is this?
This is like insults that are gonna scar you for life.
Hello to my friends. Identify yourself.
Cats and dogs beat to you.
What? Maria, you won't believe what just happened. I got prank called. Cool.
Oh, wait, can you not hear it at all?
Maria, look over there. It's Bush the bully, and he's running away.
And he's laughing. I bet he was going to picking on us.
Like, it's just completely bad, or
He's always bullying someone, and he has no friends. That's not
Yeah.
oh, I get where you were going now. Okay, I gotcha. No, it's very bizarre. Like, Cool Cat is a kid who's like trying to run for school president, but also he says I love all kids, which would imply that he's not a kid himself. And yeah, also all the bullies in 4th grade always monologue to themselves. Mm.
Wait, hold on. That's not very smart. So when will paint to his face? That's what he gets. My daddy calls that payback.
So does mine. In fact, my daddy Derek also says what comes around goes around. That is showing.
Dad, nabbit, that didn't work either. I'm bored with Cool Cat anyway. Wonder what else is in this box.
I'm just gonna randomly look and yell boxes in people's yards.
Here, there's more paint. This gives me a brilliant idea.
Yeah, because paint worked out for you so well last time.
It's been a crazy morning so far. What do you want to do now?
I don't know, but I guess we need to make some more signs, especially since.
Most normal film on Tubi.
Good idea. We'll turn them into lemonade.
Yeah, I don't know why this would just be dumped on a free app. Mm.
Hey, Jamie! You bonehead! Get over here! What do you want, Butch? Yeah, what is it? like this. Let's go have fun.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, lay it out, man.
the
We're painting our new logo. Calling ourselves
yeah, I could see the Steelbook Collector's edition of it now.
I guess the P stands for
It would have to include the Vivica Fox and Eric Estrada appearance that we're getting later, though. Like, they need to be on the cover, like drinking their margaritas. Kind of shiny. I do believe there is a DVD of this because, like, he sells them. Velocipaster next? Yeah, maybe. And hopefully I'll work out my sound because I don't want to mess with it too much, but also it's gonna bug me if you guys aren't getting the premium Cool Cat experience. It's all downhill from here.
ain't that the truth?
Yeah, ain't it?
Yeah, that's right. Look at that, boys. It's just neighborhood.
I feel like this might be the only one because he keeps saying he's gonna make more, but then he just like splits up and repackages things. Like, I think back in the day there was supposed to be like a Cool Cat stops the school shooting, but he just kind of incorporated it into this because this was originally called Cool Cat Stops the Bullies. But it also had like it also ends up, spoilers, having a school shooting subplot. But he was originally going to have a Cool Cat film that was like teaching women gun safety, specifically how teaching women how to handle guns. Yeah, exactly, Jorvik. Yeah. Yeah, the bully is gonna get a hold of a gun. Butch the bully.
Because nobody
Just making sure. Yeah.
things so that they know we were there. Nobody cares for us. That's why we do it.
Even though you guys were like saying we shouldn't do this before, now there's this whole commission. We do bad things because nobody cares for us, and kids would totally tell you that right off the bat. Even though they were saying it was wrong to do, and they were just kind of like really standing there, but suddenly now they're culpable for it. Cool Cat Trump supporter confirmed. Yeah. I think Derek Savage might be. Derek has a lot of interesting beliefs. Like, he started those 420 awards. And he's like, it's the non-PC awards, but it's just like, you're also like being like, let's have kids characters come to the 420 awards. And he doesn't see the disconnect there. Make America cool again.
I'm so proud of you, Cool Cat. I bet those kids have never been shown so much love before.
Thanks, Maria. And it's all true.
I'm just loving this natural dialogue.
I think that every kid has something special inside of them. They just have to discover what it is.
Kids have something special inside of them, and you're gonna discover what it is.
What's it? Have a seat. Hi, cool. You guys having fun today?
Yeah, he's Dan Schneider.
Well, hey, I hope that's a great thing. Come inside, lunch is ready. Mama Cat made something healthy and tasty for you guys today. That sounds great. Come on, let's go get some lunch, guys. You hungry, Maria?
It might be. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I wouldn't be surprised by a Chris Hansen cameo.
Liked it. Would you like anything else?
Hey, how about another glass of milk?
No thanks.
Marvel credit scene.
Yeah, my belly feels great.
Those giant red lips on Mama Cat.
Someone is calling. Hello, this is the cat residence. Hi, Sammy.
They're not really cats. They just kind of like to really live out their furry fantasies.
Oh, that's right. Thanks. Hey, kids, how would you like to go to Hollywood tomorrow? Oh, I sure do. I've never been to Hollywood.
I would love to, but I can't because my grandma's movie. But can I please go next time?
Hey, of course, Maria. As long as your parents say it's okay.
Thanks, and that would be great. But I better go home before it gets late.
God.
Already dinner, and Grandma's here.
Cool. And you know what?
Yeah, I think this was made before Jared went to jail.
Great.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, cool cat. Bye-bye, Mr. and Mrs. Cat.
Bye, Maria.
Bye.
Oh, you know what? I want to go upstairs and check. Okay, buddy.
Have fun.
Cool.
Cat mom? Yeah, it's Mama Cat.
Hey, come on over here, honey. Look how clean we got everything going right here.
It looks great. Thanks for the help in the kitchen.
Oh, you know I love to help you all the time. Get over, give me a hug. Wow, look at that cool web page. Ooh, look at that one. Wow, look at the web.
Woo! Isn't he cool, guys? I don't know. I think they're supposed to be like big red lips on Mama Cat. And I think what I heard is because you never see Cool Cat and Mama Cat in the actual same shot. And if you do, it's like a split screen. And they just stuck eyelashes and like red felt lips on it to make it look more like a girl. Yeah, right. He doesn't show us look at these cool web pages that you don't get to see. You fucking peasants. You have a fat nose and you look like a dirty dog. It's a villain he keeps teasing in this movie that is supposedly gonna get made is we're gonna get a dirty dog. One of those 4-hour conspiracy videos. He's on YouTube. My nose. Oh, this is how I have nightmares. I toss and turn constantly like a cartoon. This is also how you can tell he made it in like Windows Movie Maker. I hate how he redubbed the voice. Like the actor they had before was so much better, but because he's petty, he's like, no, I'm gonna take out the other actor's voice and like redub my own clearly me because I can't voice over it. The set dressing is incredible, yeah. Papyrus font? No, we leave that to James Cameron. It did suddenly become an A24 horror movie. He's awake though. Leaving Dreamland. This is a very advanced PowerPoint. Good to know. Ha ha ha. I can't imagine running down the stairs in that suit where it's so hard for you to see out of more than just this. It was super easy.
Hey, I made a bumper shirt with some fresh fruit for you. Cool. I love fruit. Hey, all right, here you go, buddy. Hey, be sure to say bye to Mama Cat before we leave. She's out back watering the flowers. I sure will. Cool.
But you won't see her in here when you're in here.
Frosty! Come on, cool cat. Let's go to Hollywood.
Going to Hollywood so Derek Savage can brag about his connections. He used to be in Playboy magazine back in his youth. Daddy Derek did. That kitchen is so 90s. Yeah, it's very there's so many parts of this that feel like of a different decade.
We think you should get more for less, especially when it comes to your favorites. So when you create your own pasta, you choose your perfect combination of pasta.
Enjoy the commercial break.
and sauce. And it comes with round after round of our never-ending homemade soup or garden fresh salad and butter.
I'll dance to this music too.
Starting at just $12.99. Because nothing says more than getting all your favorites for less.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell people why you haven't done it. It started off as a chip and it just keeps going. So what do we do now?
I've scheduled an appointment at safelight.com.
SafeLight repair.
SafeLight replace.
Yes!
SafeLight.
Woo!
SafeLight replace.
Oh, he's flossing. That's very of the time. People are always doing the flossing dance to this day. Dun, 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 dun,
There's
dun.
an easier way. From repairs and
The dancing stream, but songs and
It's easy
just
to
commercials. I'd be down for that.
and start caring for your home today.
Hello?
Oh, we're back.
Wow, this is great. I'll tell Cool Cat right now and thanks. Guess what, Cool Cat? That was a Hollywood parade. Cool. It's showtime. Hello, Cat.
Woo!
Cool Cat. And
More stuff that has nothing to do with saving the kids.
It's about a parade.
That could be tomorrow's stream.
It's the Hollywood parade.
Woo!
We have to go to my fun house. Cool Cat's fun house. So come on, kids. Let's go have fun. Hi, Dean. Hey, man, we're on the road right now going to the house, and I can't wait to teach Cool Cat some construction work. Hey, I'll give you a text later, buddy. Thanks. Look, there's the house. This is cool, and I can't wait to learn construction. Yay! Wow, Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Look, here we are, man.
I'm always
Whoa.
down for that.
Isn't this something? Hey, I'll tell you what, I'll help you open the door. Got your seatbelt? Woo, it's nice and windy out here this afternoon, too. There you go, buddy. Come on out here and check it out, Cool Cat. Woo, it's windy out here. Why don't we go
Woo.
walk around real quick and just-
And the really increases the quality of the sound too. You can hear the wind blowing in the microphones.
Wow, Cool Cat. This is looking all right.
Cynthia Rothrock.
You know, Daddy Garrett, it looks really good. All right, I'm
She and Derek Savage started. Yeah. And then they brought the relationship over here, and they're like, no, the parents will get it.
Do you want to do a little bit of cleanup again right now? I think we ought to just start it right now. I love that winning attitude right now. Just know when we got a wheelbarrow right here. Why don't we go
Oh my god, the wind is so harsh on the microphones.
How's this? Beautiful.
Yeah.
I just love it when my son does a great job.
Oh my god, my son picked up a rock and he could move it.
You think we don't start Come on, Daddy Derek, let's go inside and knock this out. Woo! Just going to do that. Come on, buddy.
Yes, he did. Lovely Possum.
Wow, I'm excited for you.
They really meticulously planned out
Come on over here.
all their location shooting.
This door. He told me it's already
You're like, does this fit with the aesthetic of the rest of the film? Yes, it does.
Wow, this is really cool. Well, I tell you
Really, she's a martial arts expert. So she could essentially be doing things that are like really cool. She was probably friends with him or something, because I think I don't know, he's probably someone who's into self-defense as well, because he, I don't know, like, he's older now, but like, he's not completely unfit, and he was definitely fit back in the day. He's got like an obsession with guns and everything. What halfway house do they find? One that
That's right. Safety first. Wow, you got a big head too, cool cat. That means you got
wasn't
a big
occupied, I suppose.
Okay, I'm gonna put some goggles on too.
The mama cat can fight off the gun.
Wow, these goggles look cool on us. Wow, they look super duper cool. Okay, well I'll tell you what, we gotta get this out of the way first. Let me
Oh my god, I do.
Stand back now.
Director's cut. I don't remember any of this stuff being in here, but it's this.
There we go. Woo! Get this big old thing out of here. Good job.
It's turned into an episode of This Old House.
You see, son? When you're flipping houses, something
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now just get Nelly with this. I'm gonna put that in here. Once you go and take that house and knock that wall out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Done.
It's an episode of This Old House on PBS. Gonna show you how to renovate. Or Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Except it's showing you all the boring parts. Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching Extreme Makeover Home Edition as a kid and being like, oh, it only takes a week's trip to Disneyland to build a house. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've done this before here, son.
Well, I think Daddy Derek is maybe getting out some of his unhinged energy. And the poor guy in the fursuit is probably sweating his ass off. Like, he's probably so hot in that, and they're like in a shitty little house, like swinging around hammers and stuff, and it's going on and on. You lose your mind. They shot this in winter, I can tell. Yeah. Like, it was very windy outside. I might end up hospitalized. I say that as though, like, I have more than just a little bit of wine left, but this is so pertinent to the story. He's saving kids left and right here. It's probably Habitat for Humanity, but like, it's just gonna be a house for kids. No parents. There's absolutely no paint. Yeah, with no paint. Oh, I didn't even see that. The cameraman was in the shot. Probably see his shadow on the wall.
You know what? Come on over here, cool cat. So let me take the goggles off of you here, son. Look at me. Okay. Thank you.
I wouldn't be surprised, Lovely Possum. Apparently, he could be very like, such a nice, hey, how you doing kind of guy, but then just be like have like this really weird angry side to him. Like he got on a he while using the Cool Cat account, which is supposed to be like media for children. He got in a fight with somebody while using that account, and like you got Cool Cat like calling people like the C word or something back in the day. And the actor who originally did the voice and was in the costume needed to shower at another actress's house. They lived close by, and he just needed to get in there and shower because she was like, "You're probably really hot from being like in that costume all day." And he started getting like really weird, like, "Why were you over at our house?" and like almost jealous or something. There's a lot of behind the scenes shots of this film on IMDb. Yeah, it's crazy.
But I don't know. It sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, but Carol, please, Carol.
This could be a great experience. So I guess so if you promise to keep your room clean.
Oh, I promise to keep.
So this is a split screen shot because like some of those squares in the middle are actually very off kilter.
I agree.
Yes, I have to be very careful getting up the stairs because I can only see tunnel vision. Harassing him he worked with. Oh Jesus. That's not the roommate. This is probably a roommate from the past couple of years, right? Recent roommate? Yeah, okay. Okay. An actor. You've been on some sets that like have had some weird actors. Tap dancing down the stairs. That was just sitting face down on a surface, unwrapped. Okay. Actually, kind of cool. He's a 16 millimeter. That is cool. It's a fancy ass camera. I don't know why I said fancy ass. I could have just said fancy, but the drink is getting my ire up. Yeah, we are. We have at least an hour left. Around that. There's like so much shit to this that I don't even realize is here. It's because of Daddy Derek's cut. This is so pertinent. Just out here whacking his bamboo. it's just all to show off like how cool he is. Like, I have this motorcycle. I know these people. I have this thing that's been signed by this person, and I can do all this stuff. And it's like this is like children's entertainment, supposedly children's educational entertainment, and like none of this can keep kids' attention. Yeah.
Oh, hey, cool cat. What are you doing?
Hey, cool cat.
Wow, that sounds fun. Just please be careful with the camera.
I promise, and it's working great. I just shot my first scene, and you're in it.
Really? Well, I guess that's okay. But hey, going to get ready for dinner. Mama Cat's almost got it ready.
Okay,
Mm.
I feel some great food, so it's wrap time for the day. Yay!
All right, it's my turn.
Is that iconic shot coming up? Oh, I could do that. He's not special. Are you jealous of Cool Cat? But this was a fun stream. I was definitely trying to stop by tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for stopping in and watching this. Watching this as long as you have with us. I really appreciate you, and do definitely remember to bring alcohol next time. Yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow, at least for a little bit. So I hope to see you there, and that you have a good rest of your night, lovely possum.
Hey, cool cat. Now you just missed her. Mama Cat went to the beauty parlor with Vivica A. Fox.
Thank you.
Having their hair done or something like that. Well, why about
Ooh, Eric Estrada and Vivica Fox coming up.
Now, that's the truth.
Get some
Cool cat.
masterclass acting pretty soon here.
Wow, that's a great idea. And you know, we can call the car the Cool Cat Convertible. Oh, wow, that's super duper.
Holy crotch. I just saw that you put that.
Well, hey, first we
Ugh.
gotta ride it. Well, I guess we could do that now. Come on, let's go to my office, Cool Cat. Take care. All right, just go have fun here. Write you a nice song, Cool Cat. Cool Cat, this song is really starting to come together great. Do you have any other suggestions?
Okay, Derek, more suggestions. How about Cool Cat loves to rock and roll?
Cool Cat. Cool Cat just likes to refer to himself in third person. What a narcissist, just constantly. It's all about what he loves and what he likes and how cool he is. The cinematography is wild. You see, most people would say it's crappy, but really those people just don't get it.
Oh, that's looking good.
Rock and roll. Cool Cat loves rock and roll.
It's just like people who are like, I love the lead character in this like Midsummer or something. But if they hear anyone else say, I don't like any of the characters, they're like, well, it doesn't matter if you like any of the characters. It's not important. It's an allegory. You just don't get stuff. Dun, dun. Cool Cat, blah, 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 blah. It was really hard to hear at first. This person might have a very thick accent. Cat, Cool Cat, da da da. Da, 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 da. I'm just showing off my signed guitar. Woo, Cool Cat is referring to himself as his best friend because he's the one singing it. Wow, he could shred. Yeah, isn't he impressive? You can shred. You can whack bamboo really well. Is there anything Daddy Derek can't do? He must be something me around. Probably. And also, like, not trying to be mean, but I think he might have, I'll pause it. I think Daddy Derek as a child had like a slight like learning disability or something that he got made fun of for. And so he like got really obsessed with like his imaginary friend Cool Cat and like hating bullies, supposed bullies. But to this day, like he has like he I've heard him pronounce children chodron, like chodron. He's just a fascinating character. Oh yes, like Bono. Yeah. Bono. It's my bad, Bono. The wine is getting to me, but Bono. Yes. As South Park referred to him, the biggest shit in the world. Wow. Woohoo! Kids will totally understand what I'm talking about. I mean, I would have understood as a kid, but like a lot of kids, that's not their demographic. Not to brag what a smart and cultured child I was, but I don't understand now. You don't know who Van Halen is? No, you do. Wow. Wow. When are we getting back to the story? Which way should we go? Help me open up backpack. Backpack, backpack. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yo, yo, yo. My name is Cool Cat and I'm the coolest cat there is. I love to play and have fun. And I'm always on the run. The sun is shining and I'm feeling fine. So everybody listen to the words I'm saying. Cool Cat knows the time of day, so he has to say it's time for you and me to play.
Ooh. This kind of has some flavors of salsa in there. Whoa. Woo, woo, It's good for you. It's like eating a salad. Woo, hearts. Because we love Cool Cat. We're going to throw our panties at him at a concert or something. We're using every effect that we have in Windows Movie Maker. Or what was it, iFilm back in the day? Ooh. Oh my gosh, we're getting hot. Ooh. Drop the mic. America. There's got to be at least 50 stars there. Shake it, shake. The America capital. It's fitting. We're just 5 days off from the 4th of July. Yeah, it was fun for me too. Thank you.
I bet the kids will boogie to that song.
Ooh.
Hey, it was cool, Cool Cat.
Mama Cat is so skinny.
And you better get ready, Cool Cat. It's almost time for the Hollywood parade.
That's right. And it's time to get the Cool Cat convertible. Yay!
Have fun, son. All right.
Aren't the Hollywood Hills beautiful? Let's go to Hollywood Boulevard and check out some of the cool cars. Look, it's the Back to the Future car. Now we got the Batmobiles.
Batmobile. Ghostbusters. He's picking out all the older stuff.
Now it's time for the red carpet, and I can't wait. Cool Cat is going to be on television all over the world.
He just wants to bring Cool Cat back to go to the Hollywood parade because Daddy Derek's got some connections. Da, da, na, na, na. Dude, that kind of looks Christmassy themed. And everybody out there's like, yeah, I don't know what this is.
Cool Cat, the coolest cat in town.
Eric Estrada.
Hollywood's very own Derek Savage. Cool Cat
Hollywood's own.
are featured in several
You really want to claim him?
Cool Cat loves karate, as well as a new video project called Cool Cat Stops Bullying.
Which is what this is, even though it's not titled that anymore.
Well, Derek, what is your plan for the holidays?
I love how they're.
Cool Cat and I would love
Yeah, it's really not.
Merry Christmas
It's very
and holidays.
PV news broadcast, like outdoor kind of thing. It's pretty. It's a $600 camera. Yeah. I'd love to own a $600 camera, except I wouldn't want to pay $600 for it right now. I think it'd be really cool to have a camera that's like an actual film camera. I love the way film stock looks on movies. A Sony P&W, wow. It's the kind of cameras we'd have locked up at work. Wow. Holy shoot. Holy shirt. I got a ferret scratching at my door. Who's scratching here? Okay, no. No. Pasta. Ah, so exciting. Isn't it exciting? You want to watch Cool Cat with me? You're a cool ferret. Gotta see other cool animals. This. Ah, Asta. Careful. Careful. Asta, 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 Asta. I love you. You're gonna make a mess in here, aren't you? I'm gonna have to kick you out. I'll put you down for a second. You good boy. I'm gonna crawl under my desk. Look at you. Yeah. Gonna be totally good boy down on the floor. You're already knocking things over. Cool cat wants to play and sing. Cool cat wants to rock and roll. Cool cat really loves them kids. Yeah, they did.
Oh, I tell you, I can understand it. You done a great job. It's been a long day. Hey, why don't you nap in the car while I drive this home? How's that sound? Come on, buddy. Let me open up the door for you right here. Hop on in, son. Don't get your tail in there. I close the door. Well, here's your Hollywood book right there, bro. All right. Good morning.
Good morning. It's dark.
A few minutes ago, and she'll meet you at Vivica's.
Oh no, they just have curtains down.
Oh, hey, that will be a great time. Hey, honey, did you have a chance to call Vivica to let her know we'll be late for the cookout?
Yes, Vivica said any time is great for the kids, and I'll be ready in a couple minutes.
Hey, I bet you will, you fine-looking kitty cat.
Ooh, you a fine looking, some fine pussy red. Oh my god. So is Derek dating his mom? I don't know if Derek is like a stepdaddy or what. Go bully that. Yeah, you stupid chubby kid with no friends. Screw you guys, you're all bullies. That's why you have no friends and you're gonna like die alone and chubby and stuff. What? That was me in 4th grade. I could relate. Oh. Well, you were clearly just a bully. Everything good? Give him a chance before he knocks more things over. Hollywood movie stars. I feel bad for this kid because I don't think he's like a terrible actor, but it's like direction he was given and also feels a little exploitative of his speech impediment. There he is. He clearly knocked back a few before shooting. I got a ferret digging next to my desk. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I wish there was actual liquid in that and just watch it like fall out the ends of his mouth. The Tham. I wonder if they give the kids alcohol on this shoot too. It's not on your bingo card. Honestly, now in the future, you know, just put the most wild stuff. Oh, I'm reading Mr. Asta. Mr. Asta. Mr. Asta. Playing with stuff. Oh, buddy, come on. Buddy. All right, we're going to go out for a second. I'll be right back. Let me know if I miss any pivotal plot point.
Did you see that? That kid kicked Sam and Pooh Cat face, and Maria is crying. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything to you. I don't care. I'm a fool. Our Sandcastle is cruel. Why do you want to be a bully? Bullies never have any friends, and it's cool to have friends. I think we better go save them. I'm with you, Eric. Get you later.
I'm back. What did I miss?
You okay, Pooh Cat, Maria? Did you get hurt?
No, but the bully broke our sandcastle.
But
It's not cool to pick on people. I was going to stop you, but I didn't know what to do. I got scared and became confused.
Cool Cat, you are a
People used to pick on me,
sissy.
Would you both like to hear what Vivica did? I sure would.
Or the-
Please tell us now. I don't like when bullies pick on people.
Yeah, please tell us right now. I want to know what to do.
I learned to empower myself. In other words,
We want to know what to do.
him to leave me alone, and I yelled very loudly.
What you do is pick up some of that sand and throw it in his eyes.
I don't want that to happen. It worked great. The bully got embarrassed when I yelled at him, and he ran away. And I was there. Everybody was so happy because.
Oh my god, he is so drunk.
Wow, that's an amazing strategy.
I was there too.
I have a story. One time, a bully was picking on me, and they said some terrible things, and none of it was true. Then they posted it on the internet.
Oh no! They put lies on the internet.
If someone would do that, go on the internet and tell lies.
How did it make you feel? Were you sad that a bully was picking on you?
It made me cry. I was so sad because I didn't know how to stop the bully. So I told my parents, and that made me feel better.
I'm glad you did.
You just said you didn't know what to do, but you have a whole story where you did something that was correct. It's almost like the writing of this was almost non-existent.
That's terrific. And remember, always tell your teacher if someone at school bullies you. Don't ever be afraid to go to a trusted adult and tell them. It's not your fault if someone picks on you. And an adult can help you. That is fabulous advice. It can help me to stop bullying.
You are such a cool cat.
Even though we had to spoon feed you like really basic common sense information, you're the coolest of us all. Got angry eyebrows on Cool Cat.
We're not giving you our lunch money. I'm not afraid of you anymore. So you better leave us alone. I'm a bully and I don't like your Snapchat.
I'm a bully.
Right now.
Yeah, I want to have a cat and think about you.
I can't believe it. That bully is back from war. This time, I want to talk to you. Yeah, I want to have a word with him too. Wait. Look. Look at Cool Cat in action. We're not scared of you anymore. So you better quit bullying us.
Oh, Us is back at scratching at the door. Only there was so many things down on the floor right now.
Good job, Maria.
You are a real champion, cool cat.
That was
Did
really
she say he's a real champion?
Maria is correct. You are a real champion.
You're a real champion.
Real champion.
Yeah, you're a real champion.
And together, we can stop bullying.
Yeah. And there's still Around 30 more minutes of this.
That was a terrific time. I just wish Vivica and Mama Cat would let me help clean up.
That's okay. We sure shall push the bully, didn't we?
Butch the Bully, that's his full name. It's what he goes by.
We didn't know where it came from. And I learned that standing up for yourself is a great thing. Well, come on, Maria.
Because I didn't know that before. I mean, yeah, we have to learn how to stand up for ourselves and when we should do it, but like, I think everyone knows that it's a good thing. Is it one of Daddy Derek's Playgirl issues? He keeps I know you know some lore too, but he's on his old website. It would be like you could see pictures of him in Playgirl back in the day, and it would be like right next to like Cool Cat stuff and like Trolley the Trout and like kids games. Like I don't think these should be on the same site, buddy. Win $100. I mean, I'd like an extra $100, but like, as I've gotten older, I've realized how quickly 100 could go. Same.
I'll start right there. Do you have any suggestions? Well, I like fish, so I'll write a kid's book about them. I'll call it
Lee the Trout.
That's a fabulous name. But I'm about to go outside right now.
I'm patting myself on the back for my own ideas.
Trolley the Trout. Trolley the Trout. Trolley the Trout.
I'm sad though. They cut out the scene. I'm pretty sure he cut out the scene where he's scratching his belly and it looks like he's jerking him.
As a dream. Nah. Trolley the Trout swims upstream.
Oh, your birthday's this Thursday?
Steve, no.
Yeah, Jesus, it is. It's yeah.
I know what to do. Okay, this is how you exercise when I have right.
'Cause you're a July baby. You're a July 96 baby. Yeah, you'll be 28. I work all day Thursday from like, I'm pretty sure I have like a noon to 8 o'clock shift. Or it might be a 2 to 8 o'clock shift on Thursday. Yeah, you're 28. And then I'll be 28 in October. We're both getting so old. What is that? Not really, obviously. Because, I mean, you remember my birthday? What's the exact date of my birthday? Yeah, so you're July 11th, 1996. And I had my super birthday this past year. Because it took me longer to get there than some of my friends who had it as like a little kid or teenager. Late October. know why I thought you were. No, we're born the same year. I'm just like a few months younger than you. But because you turned it before September, you would have been a year ahead of me in school. Yeah, it was 27th. Yeah, October 27th. It's funny, late October is kind of like a busy week because October 25th is my anniversary with my boyfriend. And then the 27th is my birthday, and it's usually like a couple days after that is like a Rocky Horror thing, which I guess this year will be the day before my birthday. So in between the anniversary, and then we got Halloween. Your other friend. October birthdays. We're the best. Scorpios, people like to insult us, but we're really awesome.
Charlie the Trout makes a grand! Yay! Cool. And now that I've written my book, I realize that the creative process is a lot of work. But it's all
All right, calm down.
Hurry downstairs, cool cat. Breakfast is ready.
Yeah, Asta's scratching at the door again.
It's such a beautiful
Buddy, be
day.
careful. You're probably hitting your noggin a little bit, begging.
such a beautiful day. And I'd love to have fun on a beautiful day. Well, what should I do? I know. I'll do my exercises.
Okay, cool, bud. I'm going to do them inside after I commented what a beautiful day it is.
4 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Your dog made a cameo.
Now I'm gonna brush my teeth and wash my face.
It's good to have pet cameos.
Hello.
And your dog is cute, so.
Time to brush
Oh.
his teeth. Looking good.
Ha ha. Your Deadpool and Wolverine reaction trailer. Your dog is really cute. I don't know. He's cute. Pets are great. I'm happy to have pets again.
Here's your favorite, sweetie.
That smells yummy. Thanks.
Because the last pet I had died right before I went to college, so right before I went to Bellingham. And that was 9 years ago.
I finished, and that was great. Now I'm going to play outside.
Okay, thanks for announcing everything you do.
Enough for breakfast?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What do you say?
Thanks, Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and Daddy. He's actually an adult, and this is part of their whole committed furry lifestyle and the fantasy that they have.
But that's an understatement.
She moves like Minnie Mouse in Disneyland.
Here's one.
Oh, another Tide commercial.
But I kind of messed up my only measure. Just throw it in the wash. This bottle says I need a pre-treat. That's your problem. That stuff has way more water.
I'm a college kid, so I can't possibly fend for myself. Even though I'm like 35.
More money for nights at the library.
For a better clean with less, it's got to be Tide.
Cool cat, coolest cat. He's doing some skipping stuff and da da da. He's gonna get stuck on the bush right there. Da da da.
Hey, Morty, what's happening?
Good morning, Maria Mike. I'm just boogie woogieing. Woody, what
Wow. Oh my god, that was so high.
At nighttime. That's pretty.
What's it made of?
I don't know. I guess some type of rubber.
Wow. No way. Oh my god, you were like, yeah. Strange, huh?
Whoa, that was close. Thanks for warning me about that car.
It's okay, but always look both ways before crossing the street.
What's the matter with you? Running us in the street like that?
Here's the thing in the street like that.
And that was
I'm really not trying to, like, because they're kids. But at the same time, like, the director, Daddy Derek, could have said, you gotta slow down and enunciate your words, but then again, he doesn't do the speeching so good himself, so. I love how he was on the, yeah, right? The car wasn't gonna. One take wonder. So he's the opposite of a Kubrick. The children. So I'm gonna chew them up, Drin. Yeah, it's fucking 120 takes for one line. Like, I think if it takes you that much, you might actually be a shit director in the other direction. You just dropped the candy everywhere, dumbass. The children. Oh no, a man in a fursuit is chasing after me. I don't know exactly what he said, but I'm sure it was something very diabolical. Oh no, I just conveniently landed right here. Yeah, I gotta take you into the station, kid. I just hit with my car. I can't afford a ride up, so it's actually your fault. He doesn't even handcuff him either. This is how law enforcement works. The police, how would the police even know?
Now I know why all the kids love you. Appreciate your efforts to help keep the community safe for children.
Excuse me, officer, it's pronounced children.
We're here to protect and serve.
That's cool. And you were very nice. I hope you have a nice day, officer. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, they just shot him dead right there. It's a good thing that they didn't cast that the black kid as a bully. Oh my god, because this is a kid's movie about him. I've seen some other people like dropping in the stream, even if they don't reply, and in the middle of me doing things like that, they must be like, wow, she's really unhinged. He's my best friend. I've got a secret crush on him.
Yeah, we are too.
That's great.
I like the pussycat.
Who's got a suggestion?
I know. That's my treasure hunters. I saw a TV show last week where some kids found a whole bunch of cool stuff. Let's just see what we can find.
Okay, slow
This is some more random crap. Yay.
We're gonna find us a healthy lunch waiting for you in the kitchen. Waiting for you, so let's get on inside, guys. All right, come on, cool cat. Mama Cat's waiting for you now, buddy. Thank you. We need that inside. Let's go inside, kids. Lunchtime.
Even though he just ate breakfast, but whatever.
Anybody want anything else? Any more milk?
Oh no, and that was a great.
Warm milk, get it? Because kitty cats like milk.
It was very tasty. Would you like me to help you clean up?
That's good.
Oh, the idealized kid that actually wants to help. That sounds like a radio for sure, yeah. Candy from babies. What kind of a monster would do such a thing? Only a bully. Because in today's society, we have such a grasp on what bullies do. Like a 50s cartoon character that ties the damsel to the railroad track and steals candy from babies and twirls his mustache. I mean, I watched enough old cartoons as a kid, that I was like so convinced that tying women to a railroad track was like a thing that was happening.
Yeah, there's something over there. See, it's a silver dollar. One time I found an old silver dollar in a lake and it was cool.
I found it and it was cool. That's really descriptive.
It looks so pretty on my finger. Maybe there's a bunch of diamonds in it. That's even better.
That would be even better if there's diamonds. Yeah.
That's not a fancy reward quarter. Is that what I think it is?
Oh no, it's a gun and it looks like a real one.
It is a real gun. I saw a policeman with one before. But what should we do?
I gotta glance out every couple of seconds.
Or should we hide it? I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
No. The first thing we need to do is to stay calm and don't touch it. Then we should tell our parents and teachers about it.
Cool Cat is correct. His daddy's in the front yard. So let's go there now. It's a good of it. I can bring it to school and take everyone's lunch money. Going to be fat time.
I'm gonna hold people up to get their lunch money. That's the most creative thing I can do with a gun.
Whoa. Hold on, guys. I just saw Bush the Bullet take the gun. What should we do? Should we tell somebody he has it?
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that being a tiny tail? I don't want to be a snitch. No.
That's something's safety.
You can hurt someone. And
Yeah.
if you tackle them, someone can get hurt.
Yeah, it is.
It's always safety first. And it's not snitching if someone
I gotta drink some seltzer water.
especially out of school.
Yeah, Cool Cat's right. And he's in the safe first. That's not being a snitch. Let's go tell Cool Cat's dad right now.
Come on.
Yeah. An actual good lesson. I can't believe the lovely possum is missing the gun arc of this story.
I think
something else happened. I saw Bush the Bully take the gun.
What should we do? Yeah, I'm scared.
Well, first thing is to calm down. Are you sure it's real?
Yes, we're sure.
Well, I'm glad that you guys didn't touch it and that you immediately told me about it. It did the right thing.
Thanks. Well, what do we do now?
We should report it to the police. What's your advice, Mr. Derrick?
My advice is everybody should go home so I have a chance to contact Butch's parents. And tell your parents what happened. They can call me if they
Okay,
have any
so far
questions.
so good.
Otherwise, I'll be taking you kids to school tomorrow. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good.
Bye, Cool Cat.
Bye-bye, guys. See you later.
Okay, just go home. Come on, just go to Mom's house.
Yeah, kids, walk home while there's a person walking around with a gun. That's real safe. Look at that tail and frame.
Yeah, this is Eric Savage, Cool Cat's dad. Hey, I got something very important I need to tell you about.
Sure, Derek. What's that?
Well, Cool Cat was outside playing today with his friends and they found a gun. And as they were running to tell me about it, they saw Butch pick it up and take the gun with him.
What?
I agree. Finally, a responsible adult.
This is serious. Cool Cat saw Butch take the gun and you speak with me about this. Hey, thanks, James. Take care. Hey, Mama Cat, I just talked to Butch's daddy. He's gonna
The tail just floating in the side of the screen. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that moon.
Hey, Cool Cat, good morning. Time to get up.
Oh, thanks for waking me up. I had a bad dream last night. I dreamed that Butch the bully took the gun to school.
Oh, don't worry about that, Cool Cat. I'll be with you, kids, so everything will be okay.
Thanks. Now I feel better.
So get ready for school.
I'll get ready.
This is a slow motion badass walk there for a sec.
It's son, it's that kid.
Okay, kids, don't panic. Just stand beside me.
I'm scared. Yeah, I don't want to get hurt.
Don't worry. It'll be all right. Our teachers will help us.
Are you sure?
The pause there.
And they will help. Thank you guys. Makes me feel a lot better to be with you.
Okay, kids, come on. Let's get inside the school. They'll help us. They'll call the police.
And then everything will be cool because the police are our friends.
Just have to get those bad guys.
Come on, kids. Let's get inside. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Cool Cat. Come on.
Those kids, the kids that aren't part of the movie that were on the other side, they have no idea what's happening. Like, this is a movie?
Put the gun down right now.
Do what he says, Butch. Don't be stupid.
Put the gun down.
They got me again.
Oh, why is and then he's getting in trouble too. I would love to know where these children's parents are. Why is that kid getting arrested too when he's just being like shown the gun? He's a minor. Yeah, exactly. You gotta arrest the black kid. See, we spoke too soon. We're like the thank God the kid was. They recognized the black kid as the victim getting his candy stolen, but in this case, he's guilty by standing near someone. Oh, maybe no, he's Asian, isn't he? I'm having a hard time seeing right now.
We're proud of you, Cool Cat. And the teachers love you.
Thanks, but I had a lot of help from my friends. And this true.
I don't know. He's a minority and is getting put in the back of the squad car. But hey, they aren't handcuffing them. Whoa! Don't see race. Yeah, it's maybe telling you how much just a small amount of wine can do to me. Actually, I drink because it like opens up my mind and it makes me like be all like peace and love with everyone. Yeah, no, it's true. I'm a lightweight. What? Say that again? Because you're the audio was terrible. He won class president. Cause remember that plot line from like at the very beginning? Of course there's lemonade and it's in the freezer. I'm the president of the whole school. 'Cause that's like totally the title. Ooh, yeah, I gotta get that itch. I get that itch.
And here's something cool. Check it out, Cool Cat. You won the National Kids Writing Contest.
Wow, everything's coming up, Cool Cat. What a freaking Mary Sue.
well, there's the doorbell. I'll go get it.
And I love you.
Love you.
What a Gary stew.
Oh, Maria, look at this. And I realize it's not about
Best kids writer winner.
great stories.
He's the bestest at the writing. I don't know. You'd probably have to change the name a little bit because it's not public domain. More like kid writer. Yeah, you'd probably have to change the name a little bit, but make it like a clear parody. Because I don't think we're quite in a situation where you can make like a full blown like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
It's been a crazy couple of days. So much has happened. Right, Maria?
You can say that again. There's just so much stuff going on nowadays. It's hard to get.
It would be way better than this, honestly. Yeah,
And I think the kids
that would be hilarious because we talk about how like shitty the production quality for like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is. But like it would be such a subversion of the expectations. Be like, I'm parodying Cool Cat, and it's actually good. It's actually a good horror movie about Cool Cat. You can find the right Cool Cat costume, or else you just like get Clifford the big red dog, but you say it's a cat.
That's an intelligent thing to do.
That's an intelligent thing to do. I am speaking dialogue like a human being would.
How do you stop it?
That's a great question. And I've thought long and hard about this. But with cyberbullying,
How do you stop it? Even though we've just sat down and discussed this many a time, and I actually gave you advice.
just ignore them.
Yeah, they're the losers for trying to cyberbully us. So don't lower your
Yeah, he was like in it earlier in the movie. He was like one of the kids that was spray painting or was like caught
That's right. And that's fantastic.
like being standing near Butch when he was spray painting, and then was suddenly like after they were like, "Stop! Don't do that! Like we're gonna get in trouble." And then he runs away, and they're the ones standing there, and they're like, "We do this because people don't love us." Director's cut. And he changed so much. He added so much weird crap and took out the really funny, couple funny things that happened and changed the voice. He George Lucased it. Yeah. That wasn't enough of a climax for you. More movies just need to just end. The Muppets Take Manhattan. I love the Muppets Take Manhattan. I really couldn't tell you. He saved the kids by like learning how to stand up to a bully, even though the conclusion was just that the bully brought a gun to school that he wasn't even like shooting off and probably might not have even been loaded. And he didn't even have his finger on the trigger, but he got arrested with no handcuffs. And like Cool Cat won bestest kiddest writer of them allest and school president, and that was all in the name of saving children. Yeah, I don't know if you pointed out, but there was like a shot where there's a guy coming out of his house in the background, and he sees them like standing out there with the cat suit, and he just like backs back into the house. And the Muppets Take Manhattan like follows that up, which is funny because Muppet Takes Manhattan is my favorite Muppet movie. Why do I have hold on, I have like okay, I got rid of that share screen. He didn't even say his Miranda rights, right? I was unconstitutional. I'm gonna check something really quick. I have like 22 notifications in the last hour. What? I got direct messages. Oh, I got a message from someone who was in here early. I'm gonna answer them on Patreon real quick. Sorry, just a second. There we go. Noise. Anyway, sorry. Typing a novel over there. Oh, we have to figure out how to collab, probably on Zoom. Yeah, that's something we need to figure out for sure, Warwick. Because I was trying to figure out what a good way to be on the same screen is. I know back in the day, people would usually to like be reacting to the same thing and be in the same stream or video, they would use Skype, but that's not really something anybody's using anymore, which good reason that did not work out back in the day. Uh yeah, Zoom would probably be good. Um yeah, we both need to do some research on that because I know like I've seen plenty of people do collabs, like where they're talking to each other and they're both on screen. You just have to figure out equipment because, like, if it's as easy as doing Zoom, I've definitely used Zoom a lot in the last few years, like both for my last year and some change of college and pretty much weekly for improv. So, um, but yeah, I definitely want to do collab stuff because I think that will be fun. Especially maybe for Halloween stuff too. That could be cool along with our Marvel and Quentin Tarantino stuff. You can do it with OBS and Discord. Yeah, Discord is good for that. Yeah, Discord would be a good idea. And I'll be honest, I used to have OBS on my computer, but I don't think I have it anymore. So like earlier, I wasn't quite sure how to explain what was going on with the audio. Send you links later. Yeah, for sure. We'll set it up. I do remember with another friend a couple years ago, I was gonna do a podcast, and we actually recorded some episodes, but then they ended up having some life changes, and they just deleted their whole YouTube channel. Um, and our stuff never went up. We actually did record stuff over. It was just voice stuff, but it was over Discord. There's a lot of flies and fruit flies flying around. It's a part of summer I do not like. You could do a podcast, yeah. Podcast would be fun. I would definitely like to do that. I will say, for some reason, I have had a bad history of like starting podcasts with people. Like a friend of mine back in 2020, we were gonna do like a Buffyverse, specifically Angel podcast. And we recorded stuff, but it never went up. And then a couple years ago, I was gonna do a Golden Girls podcast, and that never went up. So if we were to do a podcast, I'd be like, I'm holding you to this, but you're doing it with me. Even if it's just shooting the breeze. Yeah. Um, I do remember back in the day when during the pandemic, listening to some of your podcast stuff, and I was like, I should get some pointers from him. Just because like we were trying to start one, but I'll do it. Do it. Yes. Um uh there's some stuff that I really need to like get on because it's coming up sooner and sooner for the channel. But I also need certain software that I'm gonna be getting pretty soon. But I need to do some it's non-reaction stuff. It's like movie reviews. I want to do an A24 rewatch. Oh, that's really interesting. I would totally be down for that because I've recently watched quite a few A24 movies in the past year. Um, where I watch their filmography and film and review them. Yeah, yeah. I watched quite a few A24 movies in the past year, particularly some horror movies, because I decided over a year ago that I was going to do like a 31 horror movie review, like 31 different horror movies, and do reviews of them that I'd watched for the first time. And I just need to get like more stuff recorded and finished for that and release it during Halloween. Like my plan was to release one every single day, and that didn't really pan out last year because I didn't give myself enough time. But I'm committed to doing it this year. Favorite A24 horror? I really like yeah, I know. It is a lot of work. My favorite A24 horror movie is The Witch. I know. But yeah, The Witch is my favorite A24 horror movie. Witch. I love that movie. It's so good, and it's made me a fan of Robert Eggers for sure. Like, especially having written my undergrad thesis about Salem witch trials and having to go through like primary sources and read it, I was like, this is the most historically accurate as far as like speech and how things come about socially that I've ever seen on film. Yeah, his Nosferatu is going to come out on Christmas. I'm very excited for that. Um, yeah, I have a feeling it may become out of his filmography, maybe like at the very least second favorite, because The Lighthouse is a very well made filmic film, but it's not like my favorite story. And The Northman was very good, but The Witch is special. Oh, you like The Lighthouse or Midsummer, so you're all artsy fartsy about it. No. I do love The Northman. The Lighthouse is a movie I appreciate a lot. But I feel like I'd have to be in a very specific mood to rewatch it. But it's very like Ingmar Bergman, like it's very that kind of film. Like very, you can tell like his influences of like this kind of symbolic existential film in it. Um, Midsummer, I can see why people like it um, a lot. Uh, but I definitely heavily prefer Hereditary to Midsummer. Um, but everybody has a different view on that, it seems. And people are very opinionated about Midsummer. The Ritual, I've heard of it. I've never seen it though. I feel like I've heard good things about it though. Like it's a fairly well loved one. Honestly, my two favorite horror movies, like The Witch is already up there, even after only having known it a year and a half or so. But my favorite horror movie is Carrie. The Ritual, I don't think we did watch it together because I would have been very, like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch horror. Like, I think a movie I remember you showing me that I'd never seen before was Interstellar, and we had to split it up over watching because it was long. Um, but I don't think I watched The Ritual with you. Yeah, it is your all-time favorite. I I actually really like the movie a lot now. At the time, I was just so confused though, but through time I've been like, yeah, I think that might be like my favorite Christopher Nolan. It's very, very good. I will be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom, but I will try not to chair stream for too long. Hello. I'm doing okay. You're still here. We got Arthur. What new movies am I looking forward to this year? All right, buddy. Bye, boy. I haven't seen Love Lies Bleeding yet. I probably will soon at some point. Now that it's going to be on streaming, because I did see Saint Maud, the director Rose Glass wrote and directed. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. I was like, she's a new director who's worthwhile, so I should see it eventually. And it looks really good, and I've heard great things about it. But new movies I'm looking forward to this year is Nosferatu, Wicked, Alien Romulus, because I've been watching the Alien series. I'm like partway through. I want to give the Crow remake a chance. I know people are crapping on it, but before it's even out. But I want to see that at some point. Um, I got my another one of my ferrets digging at my side. I don't think of who else is coming out this year. Because most recently, the movies I've seen have been Inside Out 2, and I saw Furiosa. I was one of the people that actually saw that. Also, it's already been out. But, it's a new film from this year. I'd like to see. I saw the TV Glow eventually. I feel like there were other things I was looking forward to this year. What else is coming out? Oh, I definitely want to see. Oh, Beetlejuice. Yes, I very much want to see the new Beetlejuice. Oh, it just came out, but I want to see Maxine too. Sorry, ferret is digging in something. Bubba. Hey, Bubster. Oh. Right there. My other little sable masked boy and my little bandit. Two little bandits. It's a bigger, big chunky boy. Want to get a stick? Oh. Oh. That's down. As soon as I walk to take him out, the other one runs in. Come on, guys. Come on. Maxine, see, I loved X. I loved X and Pearl as well. Just funny because when those came out, I was very much like, those are not movies I want to see. Like I looked up the description and I was like, porn and slasher and bleh, it's not my thing. So I'm not a big gore hound and I'm not a slasher some slashers are good, but important. But then, like, the more good things I heard about Pearl, the more I was intrigued. And I was like, I could at least give it a chance. I was like, but if I watch it, I gotta watch X too. And I liked both of them so much. Because it's like, I don't know, there's just something there that it's a little deeper and more interesting and fun than other things in that genre that I don't like so much. So I was a big fan of both X and Pearl, and definitely want to see Maxine soon. And I'll buy Maxine because the way I saw Pearl and X was I actually bought them on Blu-ray. I can have all the titles with some kind of X form on it. And who is digging at my door now? Probably Asta, because Arthur doesn't dig. I'm trying to also see Mia Goth deserves more. Yes, she does. For Pearl, she absolutely should have gotten more nominations outside of just like horror circles. Like people were talking that Pearl was like an Oscar-worthy performance for her, and it absolutely was. And there are horror movie leads who have gotten nominated before. But I think A24 was kind of spending most of their campaign making sure like Everything Everywhere All at Once and The Whale were getting recognized, so they put all their money behind that. Which Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'm fine with that getting a lot of accolades. The Whale, on the other hand, well, yeah, the Oscars are about as much a popularity contest as anything else, and who's gonna be willing to put more money out there. But it's like the Grammy. But The Whale, I never saw the movie, but here's the thing. I read the play when I was in my first year of college. And I was like, I hate this story. I did not like The Whale. And then when I saw that it was being made into a movie, I was like, not what I'm going to see, because that's just an exercise in misery that I don't need to put myself through. But I'm happy Brendan Fraser got an Oscar. At the same time, I'm just like, as happy as I am for him, it's not something I need to sludge through. Yeah. And it's like I can watch heavy films, I can watch depressing stuff and all that, but I just draw the line there. Like The Whale as a play, like having to read it for my understanding plays class my freshman year in college, it was so I didn't like the writing, and the daughter character, I was like, I found her absolutely insufferable. And just because I was saying that I was trying to say that I don't have enough sympathy. Not that I said that I didn't I felt bad for her, but I didn't feel so bad that I thought it should allow her to treat people the way she does. And I basically got accused of not having empathy in that class. So I was like, well, frick, no, fuck me for talking and speaking my opinion then. But if people liked it, they like it, and good for them. But it just wasn't something I associated pleasant memories with. So I didn't really want to see the film. Art is very subjective. Like there's some films that people tout as like they're always on lists of like the greatest things, or just have people always being like, "How could you not like this film?" And it's just, I feel like I'm usually on the same page as people as like, this is so good for and considered good for a reason, but there's some that are just so not my cup of tea, and they're constantly touted. Like, um, one of my least favorite movies ever is American Beauty. Like, I remember watching that when I was a teenager and just bleh. Cough, Citizen Kane cough. I actually like Citizen Kane. However, I can see why. I'm probably sure even at the time, it was probably like that some people thought certain acting or whatever, and it was somewhat hammy, but, like, and we could ask, why is that necessarily considered as great as it is? But I did enjoy watching Citizen Kane. Um, have I watched it again since cinema class? No, I haven't, but I did still like it. And I'm not one to discount something just because it's old, um, but it is definitely a vanity project for Orson Welles, like 100%. You didn't like Casablanca, huh? Mm. I think Casablanca has some kinda has some sneaky hidden humor in there. Um, but again, not for everyone. And there's kind of an era of Hollywood that people kind of don't necessarily look back fondly upon, which would definitely be like Hays Code era Hollywood. Well, yeah, and also you have to take into consideration that like film has changed, and that doesn't necessarily even mean advanced. Like it's definitely advanced, obviously. Um, but in some cases, film pacing is just very different. So if you only watched more modern movies growing up and you didn't have like a variety of eras that you watched, you'll be definitely thrown off by pacing of old movies. And even if I don't think something like in a way has like there's like technical things in it where I'm like, "Ooh, that wouldn't fly nowadays for a classic, like a modern classic." But i.e. The Wizard of Oz. I love The Wizard of Oz. How dare you? That is my favorite movie of all time. Or unless you're saying some other thing about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, like there's technical stuff. Oh, just a great example, tech innovation. Oh, I completely get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I realized that like halfway through that that was probably what you were saying, and not that it was bad. Um, yeah, because I mean, like Wizard of Oz, as you're giving the example of, um, today paintings like that as the background would not fly, but at the same time, I can evaluate it as that's a something of its time, and I still think it's a really good movie. Like, You sit your kids down, they're not gonna care about that. You're gonna just enjoy the story. And at the time, yeah, it was a huge tech innovation. Like they were doing things that no one else had done. The volume. It's what all the Disney shows are shot on. Interesting. What exactly? Cool tech. What exactly is it? Look it up. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. Well, my computer decided to default to Yahoo, which I hate when it does that. Go back to Google. No one wants Yahoo. Only weirdos are gonna use Yahoo to search something. So how exactly would I search that up? Because with the volume, it's like the volume of a pyramid. Hey, how now my grandmother has a Yahoo account. You know, fair, but also like, is she using it as a search engine that often? You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult your grandmother. I had a Yahoo account as well when I was a teenager into my early 20s, but I definitely didn't like using it as a search engine because it's funky. Or Mandalorian Volume Film Studio. On-set virtual production visual effects technology composed of video wall designed by Industrial Light and Magic, initially developed for the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, since been used in other productions and has been cited as revolutionary visual effects technology. Soundstage in which the stagecraft is implemented is called the volume. It was used on the Batman and the Fablemans. Wow. Interesting. Share screen and show a video of how it works. Okay. I'll do that. I'm looking at Wikipedia. Okay, I'll look up a video of oops. Stagecraft technology. Okay. All right. I will exit that. Share screen. Stagecraft technology. Okay.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Get select large.
Hey, if you've been paying attention to entertainment, specifically Disney entertainment, either on TV or on YouTube, you've probably heard the term the volume. It's a word that's getting dropped more and more recently. But what is it? The volume is often used alongside terms like stagecraft. Well, what does that mean? And more importantly, what does it mean for the TV and movies I'm looking forward to? Is it good, bad, indifferent, all three? Let's talk about it. The stagecraft technique using the volume was used extensively in Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, Book of Boba Fett, and then Kenobi. Thor Love and Thunder was also filmed in the volume. I've heard some critiques saying that you can tell. Well, what does that mean?
Parts of the movie were shot in the volume, and it feels like it. There's something about it that's sort of like, I mean, it's better than Kenobi. Kenobi might be the worst use of that new filmmaking tool ever. It's just terrible.
It's a lazy use of it.
And I was watching John Campia's show earlier in the week because Chris Gore was on it. I don't normally watch Campia, nothing against him, but just don't watch his stuff. And he talked about how Percy Jackson was going to be filmed in the volume. So let's start there.
In Obi-Wan, the use of the volume became rather obvious, and they suggest to the detriment of the show.
Yeah, that's about right. It also creates unintentional comedy.
I would disagree on this level. The volume is simply a tool.
I'm just going to let this tool comment hang there for a minute.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I never thought I would say this in my entire online career. But look closely at Tobey Maguire's dick. I would say what was to the detriment of Obi-Wan.
I can't.
Was not just the writing of it per se, but the visualization of what they wanted that show to be. All the volume then does is it, as a piece of technology, tries to deliver the things you are visualizing.
Mr. Campy would make a great politician. Okay, so this is the volume. This is what he's talking about.
Look up the
The
volume.
volume is basically a soundstage that's run by ILM under their brand Stagecraft. It's a super
That's
cool
why I looked
technology.
up. Which video should I go to? The future of cinema, epic games. What about this one? The future of cinema. That one from IGN. Okay, sure. IGN would be a good source to look at.
It's so
Maybe
easy
less
to get your
snarky
windshield
comments.
replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people why you haven't done it already, my man. Let's start it off as a...
Now we've put this very professionally with zip ties and duct tape onto a flashlight. And we are able to strap a spotlight in Unreal that looks exactly like a flashlight fall off and literally just have that come to life in the scene in real time.
So, Mike, we are on the coolest playground I've ever seen, personally. You are the expert here. So walk us through what this is. I know I have one on my phone, but how is this different?
Essentially, this is a very expensive motion captured camera. A lot of bells and whistles, and it's very light for testing. You see we have a rig rail, we have some pieces on top, and of course we have our lenses that we can play with just like you can at home with some basic photography stuff. The difference being that we are tying this directly into Unreal Engine, so we can capture live footage with a digitally tracked environment. What we have here is what I like to call the Sputnik. A lot of other studios will call it a mine, some will call it a satellite, but it is a constellation of infrared markers sitting on a metal frame and then measured to the distance of the lens. So in Unreal, there's a camera sitting here, and we've told it to essentially move down in distance to the front of the camera here so we can track it on the wall. Each of these little ping pong ball markers are active, which is the difference between a motion capture suit ping pong ball marker and something that we need to be picked up by the computer and be sub-millimeter accurate at all times. What I'd like to explain next is that while we are tracking this in digital space, the accurate lens focus and aperture. So if I could have one of you gentlemen please stand on the blue little triangle markers back there. If you guys like to go on the show again here, essentially I can focus on you, and then the digital content will be physically and perspectively accurate. And then I can dial you down in darkness or brightness from there, all on the physical camera. Now, all this data is getting beamed back to my control station in the back and recorded in Unreal as well. So we can do live comp and digital comp in real time. So after I'm done with this, we can call cut. We can send this off to a vendor. We can work on it ourselves, and it will always be the same shot. say we messed something up. We have to come back 3 months later. I wore the wrong tie. The lighting is always going to be the same. You're not traveling with a team of 150 people out to the desert and only shooting for 15 minutes of sunlight. You are saving countless hours, and the accuracy and continuance of the scene is going to be accurate. No one's going to say, "Oh, there's my Starbucks cup that I left in scene 8." You know, that can always be moved. So I'm going to boom a little bit to the right and left, and just look at how the scene shifts in perspective. This allows me to go around corners. What you couldn't do before with LED technology as your backdrop for
It is
production
really cool.
was really explore the environment. You were stuck with just the 2D parallax shift that we've had since Snow White. Now you can actually punch in. You can have the stage travel down a road for an infinite car loop. There's a lot more to explore here. Now, the shift may seem a little exaggerated here, but what's happening is the engine is calculating via NDisplay, which is the IP that allows this to be solved, and solving for the correct perspective to always be in place on the monitor here. We also have props that we can use. So what this is this is an OptiTrack puck. This has a flat 4-star constellation with passive markers. So this is just, the camera's just picking up the infrared. It's not pulsating at a micro frequency and being identified. Now we've put this very professionally with zip ties and duct tape onto a flashlight. And we are able to strap a spotlight in Unreal that looks exactly like a flashlight fall off, and literally just have that come to life in the scene in real time.
Oh man.
And I can walk up to the wall and this will get a little smaller there. And you can see I'm losing signal because I'm going inside the camera frame, but go ahead and give that a 1-2.
Wow. I'm like a real life generator here.
So that illuminates in depth. You are, as I said, in a 3D environment. This is a window and not necessarily a wall, and that's the best way to kind of think about the ICVFX space. Is you can explore anywhere, you can do anything. It is a game engine. It's an if-then logic statement. So there's no limits to what you can do aside from the speed and optimization of the content. Okay, we turn the flashlight on. It's a little weak, doesn't really match the color. But if you need to do a pickup and say, "Oh man, it sure is dark over there. I don't know what I need to do. I'm just going to do this," and then turn off the light, and now we have that there. Wow. So there are ways you can explore certain shots in whatever film or digital piece you're doing, and get creative with it.
So, like, obviously we see this blue frame. Do you have what's the technical term?
Yes, so this is what's called the inner frustum. Now, if you were to take a box and expand it up to the wall from the camera lens, that's essentially what you're seeing here. So this starts to bow out because it's on a curved surface, but the camera and Unreal Engine are solving that to put that back into a perfectly square option for final recording.
I can't stress enough, I am a dummy and an idiot. What are all of these sensors? I mean, they have to play a very important role.
Yeah, so these are essentially what you see in your generic motion capture volume, right? Infrared cameras have been around for a very, very long time. We've just kind of repurposed these for tracking whatever we need for motion capture data. That's essentially it. That's the magic behind the sauce here, is because if you don't have this data flowing into Unreal or flowing to the wall, we're stuck with just a background. There's no perspective change. So the more cameras you have shooting into a volume, the more coverage you get. The more coverage you get, the smaller distance you can track. So we have an abundance of cameras here just to kind of help us out with all of our research, development, innovation, and testing that we do here at the lab.
How big is, like, you're sending to the vendors, you can come back, you can tweak it. I mean, it's all super collaborative and like easy to edit. How big are these files? Like, what's the data like?
So it really depends on what you're shooting. A scene like this, that's static. There's no massive crowd. It's pretty lightweight. You're just tracking the camera movement, and I can export just the camera. So, you can work on this on your home file. You can work on a Pentium 5 processor and just keep going like the old days. Or you could send the entire world, and you're looking at 20 to 100 gigs, depending on how complex you're doing it, which is pretty light considering today's gaming updates.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're shooting.
Like Mario Kart.
The footage, though, on the camera is really going to hit you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're working with professional Hollywood quality equipment. We're trying to squeeze every pixel for its last drop. So that's where you start getting hard drives worth of data for maybe 10 minutes of shooting.
Was there like a major difference when you use Unreal Engine 5 for games versus
using Unreal Engine 5 for movies and TV? Like, what's the big difference there?
The thought process and how you approach it. It's still a gaming process. Like the speed is the most important. The content has to be up to speed in order to match the 24 FPS that we're going to record for film or TV. You have to think of what you're going to do for the shot as well. In Hollywood, you don't build the entire world. You just build what you want to see in camera and whatever that camera move is going to be. So if the director on the day says, you know what, this shot's just not working out, let's flip 180 degrees, and there's no world, suddenly you're back at square one. So thinking of it like a game environment and building a city in its complexity for like a 4-block radius or something like that, and planning for that, that's the thought process where games really contributes to the Hollywood process. We leave room for plan B, C, D through.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. I am a fan of digital innovations, especially stuff that it can like actually look good too, because when CGI and digital effects are not done well, it's very hard on the eyes to look at. But yeah, I'm always for new digital innovations, even though I am a huge fan of also practical stuff as well. I really like the real things too. So when people find good, like someone like Christopher Nolan can find a good mix between VFX and practical stuff on screen, it works great. I've been streaming for about 3 hours now. Oh, thanks for being here for so long, Jorvik. Yeah, I don't blame you. Have a good night. Sleep tight. I don't know who else is in here with us. It's at least one other person. I'm probably going to be ending it soon as well. But we have a good night. Bye. So if Jorvik has already left, I don't know who else is in here with me. But I appreciate everyone who's dropped in just to see what's going on, or anyone who has commented. So thanks to Jorvik and Day of the Dream and the lovely Possum. I appreciated all those comments tonight and watching stuff that's ridiculous with me. It's a lot of fun. So thank you all. I'm tired and I was streamed for about 3 hours, so I'm gonna try and finish my night off with doing some other things like eating and working on some lines and stuff. So until next time, I'm Madam Arm. See ya.